I'm hearing you have a choice to make. Which road is it going to be? As I sat here in meditation getting the download for today, I literally just kept seeing somebody with 3 roads in front of them, and it's like, you have a choice. What are you going to do here? Okay, and on that note, let's dive in and find out what is going on. Okay, so to tie into this reading, we'll dive in and we'll find out what is going on with you currently, and then we're just going to take it from there. I don't know whether this is going to be a love reading today or whether this is just going to be a reading of growth and personal development. We'll find out. But in saying that, I've grabbed my love wellness card, so we'll see. What are you guys currently going through? It could be self-development in love. All right. What is this collective currently going through? Please. Besides you guys, yeah, what are you doing? Where are you heading? Okay, so paradise. Okay, happiness, expansion, joy, playful oneness. I just heard the world is my oyster. So it could be you literally are just at a crossroad in life and it's like, which way do I want to go? Like, the world is looking amazing now. So let's keep going. The golden mirror, you could have gotten yourself out of a one-sided, narcissistic, toxic relationship here. Just recently. There we go. All right, just recently. All right, so maybe in the past few weeks, maybe in the last month or so, it's like you've cut that cord is what I'm hearing here. And it's literally like, which way are you going to go? Kisses, unconditional love. I think for the first time in a long time, this collective, you guys are putting yourself first. And I absolutely love that here. And it's very interesting because I've just literally just heard Hecate, or Hecate, the beautiful Greek goddess here. She was actually a Titan, actually. So she was like part of Zeus's group, to be basically, in other words, okay? So she got to keep her gifts. But what I'm hearing is sometimes, we're met with Hecate, she's the goddess of crossroad here. So maybe if you've been seeing a lot of her coming up on your TikTok page, or you've been dreaming about black dogs, seeing them, women with torches, these are all things that are representative of Hecate. There's something else as well. What am I missing here? Keys. She's a keeper of keys. I've been talking about keys a lot lately. All right. Keeper of keys. And spiders too. Okay. She is the woman of crossroads. All right. What else are you guys going through right now? Beautiful. Interested in conversing more, talking, texting, email. I'm hearing some of you guys, you're waiting on a job offer. I think this collective, I think you guys are also, so this will be a detail to tie you to this reading. You're also waiting for this ex to contact you, okay? This one-sided relationship here. You're waiting, you know that they're going to call you, and I think this reading is coming to you as a moment of strength, okay? What else? Keys on a ring. Yeah, you felt strong along, okay? One-sided relationship. Hit it and quit it, okay? But endings bring new beginnings. Liberation. You liberated yourself. And this is fresh. I'm hearing 4 weeks, okay? So in the past month or so, you said goodbye. You didn't want a part of this any longer. What else? Yeah, go with the snake. Okay, so this connection, there could have been other people that were involved here. Being charmed or used. You felt charmed or used by this person. But not only that, I think once upon a time, you did see this person as your paradise, as your stability here, but there's something, and I want to find out what was the straw that broke the camel's back, is exactly what I heard, okay? Which made you actually go, nah, I'm done. What was it? I want to get my what's the tea deck. What was it? Okay, what was the straw that broke the camel's back, please? What was the straw? Commitment? This person wanted commitment. I was thinking lack of commitment. Things are getting serious. We'll see. Move on. Confirmation. Lack of commitment. This person refused to commit to you. That's why it felt like a one-sided relationship. That's why you had to move on. Someone is unavailable. Waste of time. Move on. You did. I think you gave this person a lot of time and patience and effort here, but nah. There's only so long a person can wait, okay? And you shouldn't be waiting anyway. But yeah, you felt used by this person. What else happened in the past here? I want some more details, please. More details, please, about the past. Okay, so dating as well. This person, like I said, I heard that hit it and quit it. So it could be like, obviously, this person didn't want to commit to you. I think they dated a lot of people like when you guys were together as well. Like, I've got to be honest, we're here to tell you, confirm how you feel, okay? So if there was like adultery or anything going on in your connection, I'm seeing like emails. What else? What else about this past and this person? Like receiving what you need. I just keep hearing smooth criminal. I think now I'm seeing somebody from maths in my mind. I'm not going to say their name. I'm not going to name names here, but this person, they kept on making a lot of mistakes here. And, but it was all, you know, the words that they were telling you, their words weren't matching their actions. Okay. I think they were a sweet talker. They were a charmer. They said a lot of sweet nothings in your ear. I think they promised commitment, but to be honest, they were out there doing this instead. Okay. What else? It's very interesting, right? Because there's a reason why I want to go into the past so much here. It's because I think maybe this collective, you guys, you don't want to waver. And that's why you're at a crossroad with 3 roads, okay? And I came in very kind of, I felt like stern, like, which road are you guys going to take here? Because you already intuitively know that this person is going to reach out to you, and I'm here in 4 weeks' time. So this person's going to be reaching out 3 to 4 weeks' time, okay? You already know this. And so it's almost like you need to be reminded of the past here, because you finally saw your worth, you finally saw your value. Don't go back to somebody who doesn't deserve you, okay? All right, girl talk. Time with friends. I think this person also stopped you from seeing their friends, and it doesn't have to be someone so controlling to the fact where they actually say, no, I don't want you seeing that person. It's covert manipulation as well, okay? So see the signs for people that, you know, are listening to this today, and maybe you're not aware. So, you know, covert manipulation, it doesn't have to be somebody saying, you know, I don't want you hanging out with that person. It could be that they start to feel uncomfortable. They don't actually tell you. Or maybe they say, I don't like your friends. And then you start to feel guilty at the fact that you can't go out with them, or you don't want to go out with them because you don't want to rock the boat, okay? So, which is, then we fall into people pleasing, you know, there too. But what I'm trying to say is like, I don't think this person, it was just, they could be very manipulative with the way that they kind of handled your connection here. I feel like there was double standards, okay? This person was allowed to go out and do whatever they wanted. However, you had to stay in line, okay? What else? I'm hearing that song Cold as Ice by, is it Ice Cube? I don't know. You're as cold as ice, you're willing to sacrifice our love. And I wonder if that's what they said when you shut the door, okay? When you shut the door on this person, they're like, what are you going to do? Why? Sorry. Just that's what I'm hearing here. I don't think this person's been able to actually see their faults here. Let's see, what else? Okay, not enough. This person made you feel not enough. Issues, jealousy, self-sabotage. I'm seeing a really, really toxic relationship here. maybe even this person like maybe flirted with other people in front of you or flaunted other romantic interests as well, I'm hearing. If you're with somebody and you're supposed to be in a connection with somebody, and I'm seeing this is like a relationship here. This collective, you guys were in a relationship. I'm not talking about just casually dating where, you know, if you're not exclusive, then you're not, whatever anybody's business is anybody's business. But as soon as you have that exclusive talk and it's like, okay, well, we're not going to see anybody else, that's where you guys were. And then into a relationship, okay? So anybody who doesn't fit into that, this isn't for you, okay? All right, this is a real relationship here, okay? But I think that this person had a lot of leeway, okay? And it's only because of the abandonment, the worry of abandonment here that you guys had. Like, you wanted to hold on to this person so badly, it didn't matter how much it hurt you to see them flaunting other relations around. And it's because at one point they made you feel safe, they made you feel happy, they made you feel loved, seen and cared for. But over time that dwindled, because what happened is the more that you grew feelings, the more your boundaries came down, okay? But you found them again. That's the thing. This collective, you guys, you have had enough. I just want to remind you of what it was like when you were in a relationship with this person. Because I'm hearing no. Photograph. Looking at old pictures, I think you got half of you, I feel like they're tugging on your heartstrings right now, okay? I feel like you feel pulled to, you know, want to look at past memories and stuff. Whereas this is my reminder, your reminder here. Say, no, stay strong, okay? Don't give up. This person they didn't treat you right, okay? They didn't treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. And remember how many times you were heartbroken, how you were left heartbroken by this. Every time that they would say that I'm hearing like a lot of false promises. So maybe, you know, in your connection, this person would, you know, promise to take you out, or, you know, they said that they would bring home flowers for you. It's the little things I'm hearing, okay? It's like this person couldn't even give you the little things. It wasn't even the extravagant things that you wanted here. It was the little things, because little things are important. It's the little things that make up life, okay? And I'm seeing this person here, they just let you down so many times. Deeply hurt. I wouldn't be surprised if this collective, if you guys have CPTSD, okay? And if that is something that you do struggle with, please contact me for a free breakthrough consult, because I help people like that every day to be able to transform out of having CPTSD. I used to have it, okay? Love call. I'm seeing a very in and out relationship. Break up, but get back together, break up, get back together, or maybe not even break up, but you know where it gets to that point where it's just explode. You guys would have a huge fight or whatever, and you wouldn't talk to each other for a few days, and then the cycle begins, okay? Like very, very toxic here. Fight and then, oh, I'm sorry for doing this. What else? Last one. Soulmate. I just heard the grass was greener, so I think this collective, they did find somebody else at some point. You guys would know this, okay? Like I said, I think I mentioned infidelity early on, okay? I think they came back to you, is what I'm hearing, and you allowed them to come back in, but I'm just hearing like, I'm seeing my divine intervention card. It's like you finally got struck with enough lightning here to be able to pull yourself out of this. Pull yourself out of this. This collective, I think you guys have had a bit of a spiritual awakening here, and I'm seeing this being your like karmic catalyst, okay? This is beautiful because what happens when things fall down? We can then build a beautiful new foundation. I love towers, as unfortunate as they are, and look, we all go through them, even me. I still go through towers myself, you know, we'll always be forever growing. When you get on that other side and you can see it and go, oh my God, this had to happen so I could then move on and do this. It all starts to make sense. So if you just, anybody who's listening out there and you're going through a hard time right now, and you know, if you can just say to yourself, I know this is happening for a reason. I know that God, Source, Universe has a bigger plan for me, and whatever is crumbling around me right now is happening for a reason, for my highest good, because something better is coming. If you can truly, honestly have that belief, the breakdown isn't so bad. You get better at managing it. I want you to go back and I want you to have a look at your life, and I want you to think about all the other horrible moments that you've had. All those other tower moments where it felt like life was not going to get better. And what happened? Did you come out the other side? Did you climb that mountain? Did you make it to the top? That's what I'm talking about. You guys, this collective, you're at that crossroad. There's 3 options. You want to go back into the past and repeat the past? Or do you want to have a look and see what these next 2 ones are? That's what we're going to dive into now. Okay, we're going to see. Look, you've got an option. You can go back to this and you can continue to repeat the same cycles over and over again. Because that's what happens when you have karmic contracts. They just get worse. The situation gets worse, okay? But if you nip this in the bud, especially now being April, okay, start to the new lunar year. A lot of amazing things happen in April. Fresh start. Let's have a look at these other 2 paths, okay? Alright, other 2 paths. Let me find out what deck I'm on. Alright, let's dive in and find out what are these 2 different roads. Okay. I'm like, do we go one by one, or I'm just going to do the cards and see what happens. All right, tell me about these 2 roads. Okay, these 2 other roads. What do we need to know? Oh, establishment, ambition, okay, experience, sexuality, longevity. Flowers are very important here. So I think to tie to this reading as well, there's a significance when it comes to flowers and your future here. Okay, so thank you. This is why I had to just deal the cards. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to do 2 different paths, okay? Now, to help connect you to this reading, the signs and synchronicities that come with this path will be, you'll start to see if this reading is for you, okay? So flowers, lilies are important, okay? So I'll just continue. What other signs, please, before we get into it? Other signs. Right, swans, okay. Oh, you know what? I love being psychic. I wish I had said it, but I was off camera. I was like, I bet the twin flame card's going to come out. And I'm like, there's 180 cards in this deck, right? 1 card. There's a reason why I said karmic catalyst. Okay, so soulmate, twin flame. You could be seeing swans, okay? You could be seeing a lot more stuff to do with twin flames. If you have gone through that, but you haven't even really heard about twin flames before, but they're starting to pop up on your For You page, it could be a sign. Please reach out to, I do twin flame guidance, twin flame mentoring as well, okay? It is a very deep, transformative journey, and people who are just starting out, anybody who's on the twin flame journey, but people especially who are just starting out, really do need proper guidance, okay? So if you are one of these people and you feel like you might be a twin flame, please reach out. Again, free breakthrough consult, okay? I'm here to help you guys, give you the right information, give you the tools and the knowledge and the power to be able to become the best version of you, all right? Because if you are on this journey, it's not easy, okay? I got you. All right? So swans. What other signs? Dolphins as well. Okay, so numbers 306, 612, 216, 603 is what I'm hearing here, but also lilies, swans, dolphins, all right? If all that stuff starts popping up on your For You page, if you start hearing songs about swans or lilies or dolphins, if, I don't know, just whatever, you know what I mean? Like if those things start coming into your awareness, you can even have someone start talking to you about dolphins is what I'm hearing, okay? So if someone starts telling you a weird story about how they saw a dolphin the other day, you're ready. Oh, I love how the universe works. All right, so, okay, road number 1. What's going to happen down road number 1 if you choose to take it? Because remember, life is your own adventure as well. All right, and if you start seeing those signs, all right, what's happening down this road, please? Should they choose not to go back to their ex? You can't make this stuff up. Happy beginnings. Look at that beautiful sunset or sunrise. It'd be sunrise, of course. A new day, okay? Clarity. I'm hearing as well, like if you decide to step away from the old and into the new and take this, not only are you going to be getting a new beginning, which we already knew, right? But I'm hearing full circle moments, okay? So if there was some stuff that you were still wanting to find out, especially if it came to the infidelity and things like that, I'm hearing, honey, you're going to find out, okay? Everything always comes full circle, okay? When you're meant to know about it. But a brand new beginning here, a fresh start. Some of you, I'm not going to lie, you're going to go through a spiritual awakening. It's what you've already started. You've already been started on this journey with the fact that you woke up and chose you, okay? That's how it starts. You'll probably have found yourself going, oh, there has to be more to life than this. Like, I can't keep doing this forever, okay? What else? Tower. Okay, lifetimes from the past, long ago, old age. I want one more for that. Education. Did you just see that? What is going on? That was insane. All right, what have we got here? Balance, unconditional love, divine union. This collective, this is a twin flame journey. All right, welcome. Welcome to the team. All right. I was going to say you don't have a choice in this journey, so it's interesting how it's like we choose. Well, maybe you could choose to walk away from this person before they even turn up. But anyway, let's continue. All right. Learning from the past, long ago. I'm seeing my Knight of Wands card here. It's that trailblazer. If you draw that line in the sand, right, and you say, no, I'm going to have that new beginning for myself now, okay? I don't want to repeat the past. I want something new. I want something fresh, okay? The amount of pride and strength and courage and determination that you get that fire in your soul. And once you get that, you're like a bloody steam train. Honestly, that's where you grab your wand and you start marching. It's absolutely fantastic. But education, institutions, I'm hearing here for you guys, a different life path. So start asking yourself, like, what have I always wanted to do with my life? Because I'm telling you, this was me a few years ago, okay? This was me a few years ago. I said that there has to be more to life than this. I just want to help people. What can I do? And you know what? Like your spirit team, they will help you. I wanted to help people. I wanted to get into like caring support for people and things like that. But I had a background in finance and corporate. So I had to use my skills that I had that were transferable into a role where I could help other people, that it was still going to be rewarding for me, okay? So I'm just trying to open your mind up here, guys, to show you that even though you may feel that you don't have the skills for something that you may, ultimately dream for, it doesn't mean that you don't have the potential to get there. Think laterally. What can I do with the skills that I have now that will help me build towards what I want later in life? But this road, yeah. Twin flame road. Unconditional love, the Celtic knot, divine union, you're gonna meet your person. It's gonna feel equal. It's gonna feel... I'm just hearing healthy debate too. So you might have really good banter with this person. I'm seeing cheeky as well. And the thing is, right, it's because they stimulate your mind intellectually as well. Like I'm hearing this collective, you guys, yeah, you do. You like to have a nice, healthy debate. There's nothing wrong with that. I get it. Doesn't mean you're right or wrong, but you like to be able to, have value input, okay? So that'll tell you. But I'm hearing, those opposing forces, the yin to your yang. And that's truly what it is, it's about meeting, this amazing person, okay, who really activates you into your journey, but it's finding that balance within, finding that true center, because everything that you have gone through, okay, it hasn't not been for a reason. It's so you can then help guide others who have gone through the same pain that you have. You got a bit of a road to walk first. So I'm hoping that this reading is resonating with you guys. Twin flame journey is a beautiful, beautiful journey. Journey of self-discovery, oneness, finding out who you truly are, being happy. Like honestly, truly being happy. Being happy with your life, and things are harmonious. Like not all the time, like I'm still bloody human, okay? But like just the peace and harmony and the mindfulness that you get when you get on the other side of this. Think about all the chaos and everything that you're feeling right now, okay? Feeling anxious, confused, nervous, sad, all of that stuff gets to be balanced out, all right? Look, down this road, all right? Steady forward movement, go the distance. There's a beautiful mountain here that you guys are going to climb, but it's nothing that you haven't dealt with before. And by golly, like if you are only coming up to this now and you're seeing this reading and you're going to take this seriously and be like, okay, well, what can I do? What can I do to better myself? You know how much further along, if you start now, compared to how many other twin flames out there, myself included. If I had have known this stuff, however many years ago, I would be a lot further along, and I've bloody done really, really well in my life. Imagine how much quicker you guys could get to the finish line. Okay, that's what I'm saying here. It's, readings like this will find you when they're meant to. Maybe that's what I need to call this reading. Torch, dark from light. You have been here lifetime after lifetime. You are the torch that guides people in the night. You're probably thinking, oh my God, Jody, no, I'm not. What the hell are you talking about? But you wait. I want you to save this reading and come back to it, okay? 2-3 months' time. See what's different for you. See what's changed. Have you met this person? Did you see lilies and dolphins and whatever else I said, okay? Please contact me. I want to know. I love this stuff. Liberator. You guys are liberators. Anybody on the bloody twin flame journey is a liberator in my eyes, okay? Because we're here to liberate people from the shackles of fear, of condemnment. Show people true love, unconditional love. Not just for ourselves, but for everybody else here. And to show how, you know, love will always prevail. That's the romantic side. Okay. What else? Whoa, too many. All right, what else? What else down this road? What else down this road? Oh, enjoyment, being present. There's going to be a lot of beautiful moments between you and your person here. But not only that, come on. Perfect timing. This person is going to show you parts of yourself that you have not even realized that they were there, okay? Past, present, and future. There will be triggers that come up because when you meet this person, it's a mirror of yourself, okay? And so what happens is when you meet, and we can mirror anybody. Everybody you come into contact with is a mirror of you in some degree, okay? But when you come into a twin flame connection, right? It's two people that mirror each other's wounds, okay? And that's why when you get into that phase after your love bubble pops, okay, is that phase where the veils come on, the avoidant and the anxious attachment veils come on. It's because both of you guys are mirroring each other's wounds to one another here. And it gets hard. You don't understand what's going on. The runner in this aspect here doesn't understand why they're running. They just know that whatever is going on is not making them feel safe in that moment. So that's why they disappear. And you're like, where the hell is my person gone? Why is everything happening? I need to find them. And then you come closer and closer, which then pushes them away. So the earlier you can get into, like, you can understand the journey, right? The earlier that you can understand the journey, understand why you're here, okay? Not just for love, mission work. That's what takes precedence, okay? Finding out who you are and your true purpose, what you're supposed to do to be here. Well, then that kind of that dissipates, all right? But it's important to understand the journey, okay? I'm talking to somebody who truly understands it. Okay, and then swans. Oh my God, I can't make this stuff up. This is definitely, like, this is twin central. Well, I guess that's what happens when you're a divine reader, right? So, but, oh, what's this? Okay. Oh, yeah. And then your separation. Okay. Look, this collective, this is one road that you can go down. Everyone has a freedom of choice. Okay, we all have free will here. People can jump off the journey as well. That happens as well. You can have, you know, the masculine and the feminine on the journey, but if the masculine doesn't want to step up and do the work, they can leave, and then a kindred soulmate, an ultimate soulmate, will come in for the feminine and vice versa, you know. So everyone has an opportunity to not do this, and I think this is why there's a third row, okay? So if you're looking at this and you're like, oh my God, this is not for me, I don't think I can handle this, it's okay. But I'll be honest, if you've signed up for the twin flame journey before you come down here, which everything is planned before you actually come into your physical vessel, into this meat suit, right? You're going to be on the twin flame journey. All right. So please do some homework. Get yourself ahead of the game, okay? So you're not hurting for years or however long, all right? I'm telling you guys this because you need to know. It's important. I am here to help you guys get through this stuff so it doesn't have to take 5-10 years for you to be with your person. Right. Okay, so now, road number 3. Road number 3. What's coming up with road number 3? Why am I just seeing the twin flame card again? I think the spirit team are going to be like, nah, it's this or nothing. We'll see. I could be wrong. All right, road number 3. What is road number 3? Oh, it's signs first. Signs about road number 3. Signs. Now I'm hearing that song Life. You know, life, oh life, oh life. All right, so lanterns and foxes straight away. All right, that's what you're going to be seeing for this. What else? Crows. Okay, so phone numbers. All right, interesting. You could also see phone numbers that make up these numbers. So 24, 14, 21. I'm also seeing 2, 4, 1, 4. 2, 1, 1, 4. 4, 14, 21 and 14, 24. Okay. I want one more sign, they're saying. One more sign. One more sign. Ooh. Oh, magnifying glasses. Now that's very, very specific. So I really like that, okay? So the more, I think, for me, the more specific the sign, the greater it is for you to be able to use your discernment. That's why I always say as well, you know, if you really want to make a reading fit here, ask your spirit team for a specific sign. You know, you say, I want to see a guy with a red cap eating a hot dog at a baseball game. Or, you know, show me a bright pink car that has a bumper sticker that says honk. If you, I don't know, that just came to mind. Okay, that's very specific. Why do I feel like that's already somebody's sign out there? All right, but make it specific, okay? Make it, you know, I know it's putting your spirit team to work here, but if you do struggle with discernment, okay, and look, I get it, you know, twin flame, divine love readings, you know, a lot of the stories, you guys, it's all very similar. It sometimes can be hard to discern because sometimes you might have more than one societal block. Sometimes it might be that almost everything in the reading fits, but then I'll do a reading the next day for another collective, and that one sounds like yours as well. And you know, it's not. So because I've got 6 different collectives that I read for, and you know, 3 of them, 3 are twin flame divine love. And then I've got a parent one, a finance one, and then I've got just a karmic one. Okay, kind of like you guys would have been in that karmic one. You've ended that now. So depending on what road you take, you may end up coming into a different collective, okay, into a divine collective, or I might end up reading for a whole new collective because you guys have changed. Does that make sense? So I had to explain that for a reason. But anyway, where was I? Magnifying glasses and specific signs. Right. Okay, so let's dive in now. Road number 3. Road number 3. Road number 3. Mountain obstacles, dark to light. Hang on. Road number 3. Kind of similar, but a little bit different, okay? I didn't have the twin flame card come out yet. I still have a feeling that it's going to come out, but all right, so happy beginnings. Look, obviously it's still going to be a new beginning. I see a new beginning for you guys here, absolutely. I do see, it's very interesting though, because even though I know, like I talk about the twin flame journey being a tough one, I do see here that this third road might be a little bit tougher for you. I feel like it's going to be a little bit more lonely. Like I don't have anything here about love coming out on the cards. Not to say that you won't have love within your life here, but it's different. It's a different journey. I think that this collective and what I'm feeling intuitively is that you'll be single for a long time, okay? Definitely still go through a bit of an awakening here, but it's not going to be tied to love trauma here. You guys are still leveling up in some amazing way. I just feel that the journey is going to be different for you. I feel like it's going to feel more, I'm going to be honest, guys. I feel like it's more lonely, this journey, this other road, okay? You know, and it's interesting, right? Because I just heard then, you know, like if I never met my twin, you know, where would I be now? And I'm looking back at it and it's like, yeah, look, I probably would have eventually got to the same place of where I am today, but it would have taken 5-6 times longer. You know, there wouldn't have been someone to, you know, crack you open and experience such a beautiful connection. And for anyone who is on the twin flame journey and they're looking back at this, like you guys would be able to resonate. Everyone, like when you get onto the other side of the journey, right? And it's like you're just so grateful that you met that person, because you wouldn't be the person that you are today. As painful as everything was, like, and with the twin flame journey, it's accelerated, right? It's accelerated. So you go through 7 ascensions. So that's the, you know, it is kind of like what I was talking about yesterday with the little steps, big accomplishments. It's like those boom, 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 right? You keep leveling up so much, but it's at a hugely accelerated speed. You know, someone who's on the twin flame journey generally is 3 times faster. So you imagine, right? If you didn't meet your person, if you chose to go down this road instead, okay, instead of, you know, deciding that you want to go on the twin flame journey, it will take you almost 3 times as long to get to the same place that, you know, you would be if you had have decided to meet your person instead. So it's very interesting how I always go, you know, life is a pick, you know, choose your own adventure. It's, the ending is the same almost. Well, you don't have love. You don't have that soul, you know, soul connected love in a different form. Okay. You'll still have a soulmate. Everyone has multiple soulmates within this lifetime, within all of our lifetimes. But it's not the other half. Okay. That's the difference here. And it depends. Like I said, it's truly up to you. Where do you want to be? Do you want it to take 9 years, or do you want it to take 3 or 4? But doorbell. Welcoming alert. Someone's coming. What I'm seeing, if you were to go down this road instead of the twin flame road, so to speak, okay, is like it will be obviously not as tumultuous, okay? I've never done a reading like this before. I must have some people that are like truly in contemplation, right? I see you guys, so building a community. I still see all of that for you, but just at a much slower pace. And a slightly different path too, you know, like if you choose not to go on the twin flame journey, so to speak, like if you get that option, you know, you're not going to be talking about twin flame stuff. There's going to be other stuff that you talk about. And it's not to say that people who start on the twin flame journey don't deviate. I mean, if you have a look at my life as well, like tarot is a small part of what I do now. Qualified hypnotherapist, you know, all that sort of stuff, life coach, you know. You guys see me talk about this all day, but this is not what I do really that much of anymore, okay? It's not a bad thing. I love this journey. Don't get me wrong. But we all digress, okay? And I'm saying, like, for this collective, it's kind of like you miss that part, right? You miss that part because you're not on the journey. So you get to the other parts. But at the end of the day, anyone who is on a spiritual mission, we're all here for the same thing. To get us and planet and everybody else around that we know into that higher vibration, that higher frequency of love and life. There's definitely more here that, you know, meets the eye with you guys. I'm still seeing rule breakers, mavericks, you know, fearless, but it's going to take a lot longer. What else? These need to be around the other way, because what I'm hearing is as well, twinnies, you know, twin flame people on the journey, on the divine journey, you know, you can tell other twin flames, right? And you guys tend to gravitate towards one another, which I think is absolutely beautiful, because it is a tough journey and you need people around you, okay? But what I'm seeing here is as well, like spiritual people also band together, okay? And I feel like this collective, you guys, you're going to see other people, if you choose not to take this journey, right? And I can say that I think I've seen this in my own lifetime too. Where you've chosen to not do the twin flame journey, okay? And then you meet someone who is coming up in the twin flame journey, okay? And they chose to go down that road instead, and then you see them accelerate. Let's say you're 4 or 5 years into this journey, okay, and you're getting tired, and then you've got somebody new who enters your life, and then they accelerate, because that's part of it. It's like an acceleration of a mission, let me tell you that, okay? And then they start growing and moving up, okay? What can that do? What can that do to you too? I just want to make this as a bit of a note, okay? It's just to give you guys different perspectives on what life has to offer. I'm not telling you to go down any which way. This is your life. This is your journey. You have the option to choose what you want to do with it. But I'm telling you that I have seen this from own personal experience as well, and it's just food for thought. That sometimes there may be a little bit of resentment then, because you've been on your path for such a long time, and then you see other people who then end up on the twin flame journey and they just take off, okay? I'm just here, you know, that grass is greener on the other side. Just remember that when this happens, when this situation comes up for you, okay? Just remember, because it's not this person's fault. It's not this person's fault. You chose which way you wanted to go, okay? And I know that's a little bit of tough love, but I say these things because I care about you guys, and I just need you to see it from a different perspective, okay? All right. I want to get you guys a couple of universal message cards, animal cards. All right, so what else does God, Source, the Universe, your spirit team want you to see today? Interesting. Want you to see the eagle, divine messenger. Okay. So the eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves, and stops at nothing to shine. Grasp the sunshine in your talons and hold on for the ride. You know what that means? You know what that means? What do you think your spirit team want you to do? If you have chosen to be a twin flame in this lifetime, you're one very, very special person. You have an untapped potential and a true calling in this world to make it a better place. You guys are rock stars, all right? You may not get the reward and the recognition that normal rock stars will do, but what you do for your community, for your friends, for your family, for the betterness of this planet is just absolutely beautiful. And if you have been called to do this, like I said, you're one special person. So don't throw it away, is what I'm just saying. All right? Think about it. Okay? We need as many light workers, spiritualists, twin flames, divine counterparts on this earth right now more than ever. Okay? And I know this sounds so woo-woo, but I don't care. I'm this far into the journey now anyway. You've been chosen. You're a cosmic egg. All right. You're one special mofo. All right. Don't waste your greatness. All right. I'm going to leave it at that, but I love you guys so much. Have an incredible day. And like I said, if you feel that this is potentially you, please reach out, okay? I want to be able to help you guys navigate through this journey. All right. Much love.